Dune is a very political movie. Paul is not our hero. Paul is no one gives a shit about the people of Arrakis. The one in this story does not exist. So Lisan Al Gaib is a Bene Gesserit propaganda. Hey bitch, we're not gonna talk about that I'm having anxiety. We are gonna talk about Dune because that's of course more important. How do I tie my hairs? Where's the fucking bow? This is what happens. I forget the fucking bow. मैं ऐसे निकालता हूँ अपने बालों से एंड देन मैं कहीं तो रख देता हूँ और वो कहीं रखा है मुझे नहीं पता वो कहाँ रखा है. Fuck. मिल गया. मैंने पहला पार्ट ड्यून का ऑलरेडी 2 बार देखा है एंड रिसेंटली आई रीवॉच्ड इट. सेकंड पार्ट मैंने ड्यून का एक ही बार देखा है. ट्राइड टू वॉच मल्टीपल टाइम्स बट लाइक नेवर सक्सीडेड. नो, आई वाज गोना डू अ हाइबन सिचुएशन हियर. वेट, नॉट हाइबन लाइक हियर. उतना पहले भी नहीं जाना है समय में. वी आर जस्ट गोइंग बैक इन द टाइम वेयर men used to have long hairs but not too back in the time where they used to make buns here. So I rewatched the first part because the political state of the world and India. I wanted to watch something political but I did not click on Dune because of that. मैंने Dune instinctively pick करी थी because मैंने अपना Chrome में you can put a background, तो मैंने background में Dune में Zendaya की वो mountain में वो ऐसे हाथ रख के से नीचे उतरती थी slow motion में वो रखा था and I just got the vibe and I thought yeah let's watch Dune. Only to realize that Dune is a very political movie. नरेशन के साथ मूवी के स्टार्ट होती है. द एंड लाइन ऑफ दैट इज व्हाई डिड द एम्परर चूज दिस पाथ एंड हु विल आवर नेक्स्ट ऑपरेसर्स बी. देन कट ड्यून टाइटल कार्ड एंड देन वी सी पॉल व्हिच इज द मेन कैरेक्टर ऑफ आवर मूवी बट आल्सो
who will our next oppressors be.
पॉलिटिक्स वाइज मैं बोलना चाहूंगा एम्परर इज इंडीड अ जेलस मैन, जेलस ऑफ 2 हाउसेस हियर, हाउस अट्रेडिस एंड हाउस हार्कनेंस, बिकॉज द एम्परर हैज nothing. The emperor is broke. That's how mostly things are. जिनकी लड़ाई होती है they never die. People die for them. Emperor ने अराकिस पहले हार्कनेंस को दिया था, फिर हार्कनेंस से छीन कर अट्रेडिस को दे दिया. बट नॉट बिकॉज हार्कनेंस बहुत बुरे है एंड एम्परर वांट गुड फॉर अराकिस, दैट्स व्हाई ही गेव इट टू हाउस अट्रेडिस. नो, हाउस अट्रेडिस एंड हार्कनेंस दोनों बहुत पॉपुलर है. 2 पावर्स ऑलरेडी हाउस अट्रेडिस के पास है एंड हार्कनेंस आर वेरी रिच बिकॉज उन लोगों ने इतना स्पाइस अट्रैक्ट किया है कि दे आर इवन मोर रिच देन द एम्परर एंड एम्परर डोंट वांट दैट. तो दिस वेयर Emperor took the Arrakis from Harkonnens and gave it to Atreides is a good fucking move. It is like कि एक तीर से 2 निशाने वाली बात है. House Atreides को वहां भेजा because खुद नहीं जा सकता, उसके पास कुछ नहीं है. I bet he doesn't even have an army. I bet he has nothing and he is old and is gonna die and he just has one daughter and I'm sure he's misogynist also. He believes that women can't lead and anyways we're not going that way. Atreides को Arrakis मिला है. Harkonnens चुप नहीं बैठेंगे. Harkonnens will attack them. Atreides will be gone. Then do something. In the grand scheme of event, we don't know yet
Why did the Emperor choose this path?
why did he make these decisions. We haven't even met the personality yet, so we cannot be sure that why he actually did it and what is his agenda behind it. Really, I'm sure कि 2 houses को बढ़ाने का agenda because that's happening here, but why does he want to do it? ये अभी तक sure नहीं है. We don't know what Emperor really want. We know what Emperor is doing. Now this is not the only part of the story. There is more to it. Paul is not our hero. Paul is, as I said, an oppressor. He's gonna oppress them. He is not the one because the one in this story does not exist. With Zat Hadarak, Lisan Al Gaib, and the one, this is all a propaganda, a Bene Gesserit propaganda because Bene Gesserit is also very political and Bene Gesserit want कि सारा का सारा power उनके पास हो. They don't want good for the kings and the kingdoms and all of the different houses. They don't want any of that. Bene Gesserit is a house in itself. उनका बस यही काम है कि वो अपने political root जितने भी houses है उस सब में उनकी पकड़ बनी रहे ताकि वो background में without being in the light of it सारा का सारा control उनके पास हो. That's what Bene Gesserit do. Now okay, I just realized all of this I'm saying is speculation on how I felt while watching it and I'm just saying it on that perspective. So Lisan Al Gaib is a Bene Gesserit propaganda. It is never to save the Fremen. It is never to save the people of Arrakis. No one gives a shit about the people of Arrakis. It's what happened to India. It's what happened to Indiana. में all of the Indians उनको निकाल दिया गया when they found their own place. वहाँ से तेल निकल आया and then Americans got really pissed with that. Is like ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है. फिर धीरे धीरे उनको मारना शुरू कर दिया. That's what happened to India. They came here, oppressed us. We had a lot of things. We did not give a shit about them. They came, took everything we had and ruined us. हमारी self esteem की धज्जियां उड़ा के रख दी. Even now we are not very much past it. They did very wrong. Anyway, that is what's happening with the people of Arrakis. Arrakis उनका है. They don't need a permission of someone. They don't need a messiah to save them from the oppressors. There is a lot to this story, and the first part covers a very little part of the story, and second part I have to watch to understand कि और क्या क्या है इस story में, because it's a very heavy film. I felt very heavy, and after मतलब ये thoughts बोलने के बाद ही मैं second part देख पाऊंगा. I did not have emotional capacity to watch the second part right away. Moving on, Fremens को वो एक false hope दी हुई है कि मसाया आएगा उन्हें बचाएगा, बल्कि मसाया आएगा और वॉर लेके आने वाला है, and it is not gonna benefit them at all. It won't, because most of the time जब पॉल ये decisions ले रहा है कि वो the one है, वो क्विज़्ज़ाक हदराक है, वो लिसान अल गईब है, he doesn't have another option. Either he chooses that path or he dies. We all are smart enough to understand which path he's gonna choose. That's what happened at the end of the first part also. He had to kill that man. It wasn't very difficult for him, but he had to do that, and that is the kind of decisions he'll have to make along the way in order to save everything. अगर हम propaganda की बात करें तो Bene Gesserit propaganda, I have fact proving that it is a propaganda, because listen, जब पॉल पहली बार शिप से उतरता है इन अराकिस और फ्रेमेंस उसे देखते हैं, वो लोग उसे देखकर लिसान अल गईब चिल्लाने लग जाते हैं. And Paul did not understand it. First time I watched the movie, I myself did not understand it. Then जब वो उस ड्रैगन फ्लाई में बैठते हैं जाने के लिए सिटी में, जेसिका को पूछता है पॉल कि ये लोग क्या चिल्ला रहे थे, why were they shouting a name? फिर वो एक्सप्लेन करती है कि Bene Gesserit have been at work here. Bene Gesserit ने अपना प्रोपेगेंडा फैला दिया है. I may not remember a second part a lot, but we know right what Jessica is gonna do in the second part when she becomes the Reverend Mother, and even before that, what she's gonna do? Spread the Bene Gesserit propaganda, because she believes that she can make Kwisatz Haderach, which she does, because Kwisatz Haderach has never been a good guy, he has never been a savior, he is the doom, and she also knows it. Bene Gesserit कभी भी लड़के पैदा नहीं करती, यही है ना, मतलब they do not birth men, they birth women. Their propaganda is with Kwisatz Haderach is that he will be Lisan al Gaib, he will be the Messiah. What else? What else we have here? I think those are all the thoughts I had about part 1, and now I will watch part 2. No, I'm kidding, I'm not gonna watch part 2. I'm gonna watch Begonia, then I will watch part 2. But this might go on YouTube, everybody. Hello YouTube people. I was another video which was gonna be my first video, but guess what, दुनिया को तो कुछ और ही चाहिए था. So this one is gonna be my first video now. Fuck, my family's gonna watch it. Anyways, I shall see you next time.